No, thank you for driving me back to the cottage, sweetheart. I've just not had a car for a long time, and I lent my broom out to a friend. Otherwise, I would have just flown in. Well, yes, dear. I'm not sure why you're surprised. I may not have made it myself, but I've had that broom for centuries now, and it's gotten me through thick and thin. Why, I remember one time we were defending a town against a group of angry hill giants. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just get lost in my memories. It was so long ago, but it only feels like yesterday. Why did I need to go into the city so urgently? Well, you see, one of the dragons downtown has been trying to buy my land up for years now, and he's been getting bolder and bolder with his tactics. Well, of course I'd never sell, and he certainly can't make me leave. But he's spitting fire, if you'll pardon the pun, because he thinks my forest would be an excellent place to put his new factory and distribution center. No. I've owned that land since that city was just a forest. Then it was a small town. Of course, I was farming more back then to help out. Then the town kept growing, but they left me alone. And now it's so big there's nowhere left to expand except my woods. And I'm not about to let that happen. No threats from him yet, my petal. Not open ones anyway. But I expect them to come soon. Especially after I sent him this little gift bouquet. Tell me, dearie, do you know about floriography? Oh, there's lots of names for it, but it was very popular for the Victorians, even though they were using it in Constantinople earlier than that. Each flower has a meaning, dearie, and when you combine different flowers with different meanings into a single bouquet, it can send a very clear and pointed message. That dragon may not be as old as I am, but I have no doubt he'll get my meaning after I send him a vase of these beauties. Well, let's see. I'll teach you a little bit of it while we're driving home. The main flowers in the arrangement are striped carnations, pennyroyals, scarlet geraniums, pasque flowers, rhododendron, and buttercups. Different colors have different meanings, but any striped carnations are a very clear refusal, an outright rejection of his offer. In kind, the pennyroyals are a floral way of telling him to get out of here. He has no business tromping through my woods, and his little stooge that he sent got tire tracks all over my clover, and I'm still upset about it. He has no claim on my woods whatsoever, which is why I'm adding in the pasque flowers. Rhododendrons are my favorites. I've got that big bush of them by the road to let people know there's danger and to beware, and I'm adding them in because if he keeps messing with me, I've got a black candle with his name on it. And of course I couldn't let him get away without an insult or two, so the scarlet geraniums call him stupid and the buttercups call him childish. Well, he is. He's behaving just like some of my grandchildren and throwing a tantrum when he doesn't get what he wants. All he does is sit in his skyscraper and ponder how to get a bigger hoard of treasure. He's clever and likely dangerous, but don't you worry, my sweet. I haven't lived this long by letting people get the better of me. But once the main arrangement is made, I'll surround those with circa, meadowsweet, clotbur, frogorphis, and larch, with just a single sprig of mistletoe to round it out. This isn't a real magical working, but the circa will make him think I've put a spell on the bouquet. If he gets one of his little wizards to check it out, they'll see there's nothing on it and start thinking he's paranoid. Little meadowsweet buds remind him that not only is it useless to come after me, but he's also a useless little wretch. Everyone knows dragons don't actually do anything. They just sit in their offices and threaten people into working harder for them. It's disgusting. Clotbur and Larch will tell him to mind his manners better. He's been awfully rude to me, and I'm sure others, with an absolutely shocking level of audacity, and that simply cannot be allowed to continue. The frogorphis is just a little touch of mine to let him know that I'm disgusted with him, and any attempt to be personable or charming will be severely lost on me. And finally, I got a few aromatics to round it out and stink up his office a bit. Even if he throws the flowers away, he'll still get a whiff when he walks past the trash can, and that's enough of a reminder of their message. Basil is indicative of hatred, pure and simple. I'll roll up a few good bundles and tuck them in there, and you'll be able to smell those from outside the door. And I wasn't able to get any fresh, but I'll put a few dried bay leaves in between the bundles, and if he sees them or when he smells them, it'll be very clear that I plan on dying before I let him get his greedy claws on my wild woods. And I'll finish it off with purple lavender stalks. They'll give the arrangement some height, and also tell him that I trust his offer about as far as I can throw him. I may still be strong, dearie, but my days of throwing people around are far behind me at this point. Oh, yes, all these flowers cost me a pretty penny, and it will make an awfully large bouquet, but a lot of these I can't grow myself, and a larger bouquet will be harder to ignore when it arrives on his desk. Not to mention, I don't have time to put them to seed, and I'd rather not have such a negative message surrounding my cottage anyway. Well, you've noticed that I've planted my flowers very particularly, and there's a reason for that. I don't keep any flowers growing around my cottage that I'm not using for my spell work, that aren't peaceful or happiness or bringing in love and indicative of loving messages. Well, it looks like we're back out at the cottage, dearie. I appreciate you taking the time to drive all the way out here, so I got you a little something. Oh, it's not much. Just a bit of agrimony and juniper with a sprig of wood sorrel in the center. Keep the bundle in water, or you can turn 'em over and hang 'em up to dry and keep 'em forever. You want to know what they mean? Well, Surely you can't expect your granny to give you all the answers, dearie.